Good morning, Sports and Coffee. This morning, I transcribed all of my Big Country Soccer Time teams to index cards. This is the 1948 Big Country Soccer Association. I've made my first week schedule, and I've got 2 games under my belt this morning. This is using, of course, the big book, Big Country Time Sports. So the game is pretty simple. We have a what's called a game grade, which creates a pitch location check. The game grade must be used between the 2 teams for every segment of time. That same role to try to achieve action on the pitch also is time gone in segments. This would determine which of the pitch location areas we're at, and then of course we look to see which team has advantage based on grade. The better the grade has advantage. Then we get to pick up the die and roll wherever they're at in the pitch location. That team gets to roll their advantage to see if they can set up a shot. So that's, in a nutshell, that's the very simple soccer time. Soccer time looks more complicated than it is. It really is not. It's fantastic fun. All right, so let's just go over what's happened. So this is Wednesday night. I have 3 games of the week. We have Wednesday night games, Friday night games, and Sunday afternoon games. Again, Rock Island defeats Springfield 1-0. Bayside and Unionville come to a 0-0 draw. There's going to be a lot of draws, a lot of low-scoring games in this particular. Well, this league might not produce, but could. All right, so we got to get our game grade for this. Already did it. Central City Football Club versus Paradise City Football Club. The game grade for this is 5+, which means a lot of time is going to expire before teams have an action on the pitch. However, those actions are going to be more dangerous. So the worse the lower the game grade, the more stuff we're going to see happen, but they won't always be attacks. The harder teams work to get into position are going to be more dangerous attacks. So you're going to have teams that are you're going to have matchups that are less active but more deadly, and then you're going to have some matchups that are really active but but they might be active in the defensive side of the ball. So it creates a really cool dynamism between styles. So Central City, to give you an idea, Central City's style. This is your manager or head coach. So their manager Reynolds, C style. Their captain in the forwards is Burton. They're a D. Their midfielders are an A. They have an attacking midfield captain, Colson. So he's going to be a star, basically. They have an A defense. Their center defender is Everett. So he's kind of the captain and star of that defense. The goalkeeper's a C. That is Swanson. And our set piece guy, right midfielder, Andes. So he would be the guy doing corner kicks, penalty kicks, stuff like that. So Andes is kind of like their set piece guy, right? Paradise City has a C style. So these 2 are both C styles. They meet up to make a 5 on the charts. Their striker Andrews is the captain of their attacking unit, C. Their midfielders are a C. That center midfielder is the captain, Billups. These are the stars of the team, basically. The defense is a D, and the captain of that defense is Carlson. The goalkeeper's a D. Martin is his name. And our center midfielder, Dolby, set piece C. Okay, so let's play soccer. And it's very, again, I've said before, it probably reads more complicated than it is, but it's very simple. We need to get a 5 or better to actually see action. So that is also time gone. So you would put 6, but it's 8 and multiply it by 3, 18 minutes in. So at the 18-minute mark, 3 occurs. And we're looking at the 5+ charts. 3 is a defense. So we're going to look at which team has the higher defense score, A. So Central City will be using the advantage charts in the defensive pitch, right? So I pick up a die, and they're an A. So we're going to look at A on defense. 4 for a set piece. This is very dangerous. So Central City is going to get a defense set piece check. So now, if you want to understand what that means that if you're using captains, Everett will have gotten the ball away, moved it down the pitch, and they've ended up creating a set piece. This could be a shot on goal that ends in a corner kick. Now, set piece is where you've got to pay close attention because the set piece uses the opposing goalie's ratings. So Andis is setting up a corner kick against this goalie, D. So we look at D, and we're going to roll to see this. What happens here is Andis could create a goal. And one, no, it's going to be a stop. So over here, we're going to put set piece. And here, I'm going to put the goalie, Martin, with a stop. So that would end the action, and we go on to the next BCR, right? It's called or ATR, attack, timing, a result, right? So here we go, and it's 4, so we just add 4 to 6. We're at the 10 segment mark, and multiply that by 3. At the 30-minute mark, there's no action. And you'll find that in soccer, there's going to be a lot of time that's ticked off the clock. There's no action. 1 more minute off the clock, so 1 more segment. That's 33 minutes, no action. Now that doesn't mean nothing's happening. That means that we start to zoom in, and it turns out they were going into an attack or maybe a penalty or a set piece. Turns out didn't happen. And here we go. This is the first half. 3 added to 11. We're at the 14 segment mark. So we're real close to the end of the first half. Again, 14 times 3 is the 42-minute mark. And here it is. This may go into added time or extended time. 4 is no move, so 18. Now, again, we're not going to go that far. I'm just going to put it at 15 plus, which is going to be 45 minutes. And that's it. So halftime, HT 0-0. Holy cow. So we did have action early at the 18-minute mark. The defense created a set piece, and Martin made the stop. Now, that doesn't mean there haven't been shots on goal, etc. It's just led to, they're not highlights. So in a way, you got to look at the soccer game as kind of a highlight game. We're zooming in on highlights. Some teams are going to be more active, lots of highlights, but they don't create a lot of shots. Other teams are going to be deliberate and not create a lot of highlights, but when they do, they're going to potentially create goals, right? So that's kind of the weight of how styles match up. All right, so we are at the 45-minute mark. We are starting the second half, and here we go. May the best team win. Again, 4, so add 4 onto 15. That's going to be 19 minutes. Multiply that by 3. Oh my God, I need a calculator to do my math. 19 times 3 is 57 mark. So if the 57-minute mark, nothing. 21, that's going to be, oh God, Jason, come on. It's too early when the coffee's 63. Remember, you need, wow, there we go. 6 and 21 is 27. So 27 times 3 at the 81-minute mark. We're going to get 1. So again, we look at 5 plus because that's the game grade. 1 is midfield. Midfield A, attacking Colston, midfield C. So Central City, again, has the advantage looking at the attacking midfielder A, Colston A. So we're going to look here. There's a couple of chances at shots. The best chance are these, well, actually not best chance. The shots and set pieces against this goalie could be profitable. It's going to be 6. It's a shot, direct shot from Colston on goal. Can the goalie make the save? Goalie is Martin. He's a D. And it is 2. Set piece. So it's corner kick. And the corner kick, the goalie, we come back over to the goalie. Can he stop Andis is setting up a goalie kick? No, it's a goal. So at 81, we're going to get midfield, set piece, or actually it was a shot. I take that back. So I'm tracking what happens in this minute. So midfield, shot on goal, set piece, goal. And that goal was by Andis would have set up somebody. I'm going to roll for my forward and my, so basically 50-50. Yeah, it's going to be Burton, our forward. So our forward, Burton, is going to get a beautiful corner kick in set piece from Andy's. And that's how we're going to score at the 81-minute mark. 81 minutes. Burton's going to get a score for Central City. Folks, looking good. And we're real close to the end of the game here. 20-30. Now 30 times 3 is 90 minutes. Nothing happens. That's going to be full time. And again, we're going to see full-time Central City 1, PC 0. We're going to come over here and we're going to put in here Central City 1, PC 0. And right now, folks, we've had Rock Island win 1-0. We've had a draw between Unionville and Bayside, and we've seen Central City win 1-0 over Paradise City. Central City had some good chances. They could have won this 2-0, but a big stop by Martin in the first. And that literally, folks, it is 6-6-26. That's our third game of the week. Actually, third game of Wednesday night between Central City Football Club and, okay, so let's go ahead and do our next game. That's Newburgh at Grand Bay Union. So Newburgh does not have a moniker. They're just Newburgh. And we have the Grand Bay Union. So let's take a look at these two teams. So up here, very simple. We got to do our game grade. It's going to be Newburgh at Grand Bay. All right, so we got style. Hometown is B. So we're looking at B on the style chart. Go back here to style. So hometown's B. Newburgh, the visitor, is a D. So BD is 5+. So again, it's going to be another low-scoring game. You can imagine that these teams, again, when they do see activity, it's going to be more action. It's going to be higher shot percentages. Less action, higher shot percentages. Lots of action. It's going to be difficult to create shot percentages as easily. All right, so far Wednesday night. We are halfway through Wednesday night's football action, and here we go. Newburgh at Grand Bay. Very simple. 2 segments gone. Again, you can put the timing if you want, and that 6 would have been nice, but it's not. Doesn't count. 2 minutes gone. We're at 4. Remember, you want to get to 15. No action so far. 12 minutes in. 8. 20 at the 24-minute mark. Wow, 12. We're getting close to the end here. And this will probably be the final roll. But it's going to lead to action. 15+. This will be at the 45-minute mark. 6 and 6. 6 on the 5 table is midfield. Which team? Midfield F. Midfield D. Grand Bay Union. From their attacking midfielder Jones, he can get a set piece on a 5. No, it's going to be a turnover. So the defense over here, Jonah, will create a turnover. And so it's very simple. We're going to come over here and we're going to put midfield. Turnover. Now I could put over here Jonah with a takeaway. So I know that his form might be up there, like 7 or 8 for the first half. Midfield turnover by Jones. So I can kind of track, who's responsible for this. Halftime, 0-0. Games are fairly fast, right? Okay, here we go. Second half underway between these two teams. 16 segments, 18 segments. Nothing's going. 22 segments gone. Man, this is a very, these teams are, again, the style dictates how difficult it is for teams to get shots or highlights. 24, man, we're coming to the end. So far, it's a low-scoring affair. I knew it would be. 26. Can they see some action here? Yes, finally. This is 31, so this is going to be extra time, or added time. 31 plus segment, so 31 times 3. 31 times 3 should be 93. So at the 93-minute mark, this is what happens. 5 and 3. 3 is defense. Oh, that's not good. Defense, though, here. F and D. Man, both teams stink. I can't believe there wasn't more happening here, but that's because both teams not very good. Well, they don't stink. What's come up stinks. So D, we're looking at Grand Bay's defense, Kirby. Kirby could create a set piece on a 5. No, it's going to be a turnover. So very simple. Down here, we're going to get Grand Bay defense. And it's going to be a turnover. And their defense, Kirby, causes a turnover. Takeaway down here for them would be attacker Benson. Yeah, maybe center midfielder. I could roll, but it doesn't matter. We're going to put takeaway. I'm going to give Benson a takeaway. Unfortunately, Benson was not able to get a shot off. So at 93 minutes, 0-0. And so Wednesday night, low scoring. We get a draw, Newburgh. So Grand Bay, 0. Newburgh, 0. So again, low scoring. Coaldell versus Fort Jefferson is next. 6-6-26. All right, and good try, guys. And Coaldell at Fort Jefferson. There we go. Playing a little big country soccer time. So we got Coaldell at Fort Jefferson, and let's get our grade. So we got C and D. So our hometown is C. Hometown C. D is 5+. So again, low scoring for these early games, right? The style means these teams are so well matched. They're going to be the ball's going to be moving around, but not a lot of easy shots on goal. All right, here we go. Coaldell, Fort Jefferson. It's going to be 1 minute or 1 segment gone. 5 segments gone. 9 segments gone. 11 segments gone. Nothing happening here. Oh my God. And we get to halftime. 0-0. Nothing happens in that half. Here we go. 18 segments. 20 segments. That's 60 minutes. 24. That's 72 minutes gone. Man, they're so close. And there it is. 29 is going to create some action to attack. Finally, we're going to see an attack for the first time in 3 games. Attackers are B, Fort Jefferson. A, Coaldell's going to earn an attack. Okay, Coaldell on the A charts. This could be huge. They're bound to get a shot, right? Yep, shot. So we're going to get a shot on goal. Their goalie's an A. Oh, damn. So much for a score. So a solid attacking team versus a great goalie. The goalie is Renshaw. Renshaw, we have to roll a 5 or a 6 to score a goalie on Renshaw. Yes, goal! Oh, nice at 29 times 3. 29 times 3 at the 87-minute mark. It's going to be a goal for Poole. Holy cow, folks. And their final segment. Now, if I roll a 5 or 6, we still get action in those final moments in what's called added time, right? As our extended time, whatever you want to call it. I think it's added time when there's injuries and stoppages. And no, but that'll wrap up the game at 31+. And it's going to be Coaldell 1, Fort Jefferson 0. Another 1-0 game. Coaldell on the road, or Central City. Coaldell on the road is going to win. Despite them having one of the best goalies in the league, he relinquishes a goal. And that goal is to 87-minute mark, Poole. Awesome. So 6-6, 26. We have one more game to play on the schedule for Wednesday night. And that is going to be between my team, Middletown, coming to my house. This team is not in the book. So I purposely left the pre-made leagues. Now you can make your own teams, own leagues. That's always the goal. However, I put 11 teams in the soccer set so you could create your own team and just play against those teams. So you didn't have to create an entire league. So I left room to make my team Porter Bay. So we got to make Porter Bay. So you're going to see a little creation action here in this video. And let's hope to God I roll up a good. Now you want to put these in pencil because at mid-season every team has to go through transfers and trades, and the ratings can change twice a year. They can change in the middle of the season, they can change in the off season, and then you start another season. So the teams really are going to be changing twice a year. So you don't want to write those ratings in hard, right? Okay, let's create. So my style, this is me. So Porter Bay, I'm managing the team, Graham. Our captain of our strikers is Harris. Our captain of our midfield is Beatty. Our captain of our defense is Hewlin. Our goalkeeper is Collins, and our set piece taker is Lee. So let's roll them up. Style. This is me. How do I conduct? How good am I as a coach or a manager? 41. Now I know you all say an A, but the charts may say something else. C. Okay, that's fair. All right. If I was going to rate myself for soccer, I would say probably a F. But I have no experience in soccer other than watching it. Never. Well, I tried to play it as a young man, and I just couldn't. I couldn't stay focused where I was supposed to be. Right. Here we go. 44. I didn't have the discipline for soccer to wait for the ball or for me to. I always wanted to run to the ball, right? I think a lot of young kids want to run to the ball. Amoeba soccer. 44. 44 is C. So our attackers. Harris leads our attackers. They're a C quality. 64. Our midfielders. Beatty leads our midfielders. We're a C. We're going to be an average team around the clock. 25. B. All right. So Hewlin leads our defense. Our quality is a B. Goalkeeper, come on, Collins, be good. 13 is B. Hot damn, we got a solid goalkeeper in Collins. And Lee, our our best special teams player, 31, is an F. Well, okay. So here we go. Let's set this up. We got Middletown at Porter Bay for Wednesday night game 1. Our game grade for this, our style is C, their style is D. I think that's a 5+. So we are C versus D. Yep, 5+. So another low-scoring game, folks. It's designed to work this way. And it plays a lot easier than it, when you look at it, it looks complicated, but it's really, it's a two-process thing. You roll in to see if there's any highlights, and this is the segment's gone. Right? Very simple. Again, all you need for my games is a D6. 2. So 2 segments gone. The second die I can ignore unless it's on. 5 segments gone. 15 minutes away. 8 segments gone. 24 minutes away. 5. That's 13 segments gone. And oh wait, 5. That's action. Jeez, 5, and I rolled a 3. Defense. So defense for us is B. Defense for them is B. Tiebreaker. Style grade then. That's us. So Porter Bay is going to get this defense roll. All right, so Hewlin leading our defense. What does he create? Or what does our defense create here in this game? B charts. 5, turnover. So it's going to be Hewlin. Turnover. Takeaway for them would probably be Parker. He's a defensive midfielder. So Parker is going to get a takeaway. And final roll. We can still get another highlight here if I can roll 5 or more. Yes, hot damn. So this is going to be added time or extra time. I think it's added time when there's injuries, penalties. So 15+. 2, attack. Attack for us is C. Attack for them is C. So tiebreaker style, Porter Way wins. So we're going to get an attack. Our attacker is a C. We want a 1 or a 3 or a 6. 1, 3, or 6. 4. Penalty, which is an automatic attack. So we're going to get a penalty against them. And you can roll to find out who penalized. What a penalty means is whatever team earns a penalty, they automatically get to go to the attack charts and attack. So you would say, how can a team with an F ever win? And play on the attack charts? Well, they can get a penalty somewhere else that allows them to attack on the attack charts. So we get to attack now on the charts. See, so we're going to get back-to-back attacks. So this is going to lead to another automatic attack check. Again, 1, 4. We are a C. We need a 1, 3, or 6 to get a shot on goal. 3. There it is. It's a straight shot. So SOG for Harris. Come on, and their goalie is a D. We can score here literally at halftime. We need their goalie. We need a 3+ to score a goalie. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, goal. So Harris with a goal, and again that was about 18 times 3 at the 45 plus minutes. So we go 45-minute mark. Harris gets a goal. Hot dang. So halftime. We're up 1-0. Hot damn. All right, second half about to happen. This will wrap up Wednesday night's games. 3. That's going to be 18 minutes. Or 18 segments. 21 segments. Come on, guys. Hold on. Remember this thing about soccer. We're only up 1-0. 5. There it is. 26 segments. 2 is attack. We already know we get the attack. So here we go. Harris with a chance. We need a 1-3-6. Yes, we're going to get a shot on goal. Harris, their goalie, is a D. This should be another goal for us. 3 is goal. We're going to get another goal. This one, 26 segments, 26 times 3 at the 78-minute mark. And again, it's a goal. I don't know who. I'm going to say Harris, I think. Yeah, he's the captain of a C team. So Harris is going to get 2 goals. All right, and this might be the final segment right here. Nope. Roll it. We got to roll again. 28 segments gone. There it is. There is another. So again, this is going to be at 33. So this is added time. 3 on 5 plus is defense. We already know that we have the better defense. So this is going to be, again, our defense tables. Hewlin is a B. So we can get a shot on a 2. No, penalty. Automatically, though. Penalty leads us automatically to our A tables. And remember, what that would be is Hewlin got the ball. They were working down the pitch. These guys committed some kind of penalty. That's going to set up our our penalty kick player. That would be Lee's. And then we roll the attack charts. So, attack charts 1, 3, and 6. We get a shot on goal. No, it's going to be a turnover. So it's going to be Lee will actually turn over in added time, and that turnover for them would be Dobbs. Dobbs with a takeaway, which is protecting their team, but we're going to win in full time 2-0. Outstanding, and we're going to end up with the best striker in football. Porter Bay at home for our, we were the expansion team. We're going to win versus Middletown 2-0. So, week 1, not a lot of scoring, but we managed to score 2 goals. Harris will be leading the league with 2 goals as the best striker in the league. And we were able to create a pretty good team. C's, B's, but an F set piece, which is not ideal. We're not going to win a lot of set pieces, right? Okay. So there we go. Harris scores 2 goals. So Harris scored at 45 minutes. Harris. And at 78 minutes, Harris. Now, you can set up a team and roll to see who's getting your goals. But those are my team captains, and we're a C. So it makes sense that Harris is probably the guy that they're getting the ball into, and he's turning it and scoring it. And there it is, folks. Wednesday night, debut, 1948 season. And we have expanded the league to a 12th team, Porter Bay. And we have found a way to win our first game, 2-0. And that is Big Country Time Sports, Big Country Soccer Time in the Big Book. Thanks for watching. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.